Okay, good. Good morning, everybody. Nothing else, says Randy. Okay, good. Except for soil. You should check out soil. Is that an actual ATF? Probably is. No, is it? No, it's not. Okay. Dirt. Is dirt? No, it's not. But they do have pave. Get paved. Paved. You can eat pavement. Anyway, good morning, everybody. All right. So the market this morning is opening about halfway between yesterday's close. Up halfway between yesterday's close and yesterday's high. It can be a little bit of a nothing, like meaningless, the fact that we're up this morning above yesterday's close, because unless we do get above yesterday's high, then it's still a lower low. And if we're going to be making a lower high. And if we're going to be making a lower high, then it's definitely within the realm of reason to be making another lower low. So we really need to see how it reacts to the 307.50 level there, the top of yesterday and the top of the day before. If we can't get up and over that point, then we're not going to stabilize, and or we might hold on low volume today. One reason for that is that tomorrow, the producers, one of the inflation indexes. Let me get the correct acronym here. Acronym. Acronym. The Purchasing Managers Index. Okay, that's going to give us some idea of inflation. Tomorrow, that's going to come out, and then on Friday we have unemployment. So today we might see a slowing of volume on the markets, waiting for that information tomorrow, which is somewhat inflationary related, and then Friday's job numbers, which is GDP related, which is how you fight inflation and how you fight debt. How you can fight inflation. If we get an uptick in employment, that would be really good. Definitely be a step in the right direction. We wouldn't want to see employment go down at all on Friday, because that'd be a step into recession for sure. So anyway, that's the market this morning. Really, it's really that simple. The market up from yesterday, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Could be FAGAJI. If we can't get up above yesterday's highs, then today could be a nothing day, and or even get worse. It could continue and try and test yesterday's low and go further. I think that yesterday showed us not that the market wants to go down more like it did 3 days ago, but more that it's slowing. This idea that we should go down, that concept is slowing. So I do think that today will be somewhat of a positive day. I don't know that it'll be green, but probably an inside day. I don't think we're going to have any panic. I don't think we're going to have like the panic play that played out yesterday, or the type of drop that we saw on Friday. I think we're going to have another small candle day today. The other thing that could happen is we could get above yesterday's high and take off. We could start to kick off a rally, start to anticipate and front run some of the information that's coming. I don't think that's going to happen either. I think we're going to finish off this week with low volume, being very careful. Everyone's taking it one step at a time. We've already corrected enough. Let's see the numbers now. Let's see the inflation tomorrow. Let's see that it's not an actual inflation number, but it's inflation related. And then let's see the GDP related numbers on Friday based on jobs. So there you go. And oil is around 90 right now, continuing to hold right around here. So FYI, that's going to be keeping your gas prices at the pump right around where they are. Here in Texas, they're about $3.07 or so. What about RJ? What have you seen? Have you seen lower than 307? I think what is that? The QT had it around 307. So very good. And yesterday was a sell-off across the board. So today we'll probably see something similar as in reference to that fact that every sector probably will move together in harmony. Might not sell off, but we might just see some more just market correction. There's not one sector going, I don't know what you guys are up to, but I'm not having a recession. You know, I mean, if you wanted to pick one, maybe energy, but even that is coming down as well. All right. We've got 6 or 7 minutes until the market open. And we're taking a look at day trading, a couple of stocks. On the best looking of them are NUWE, which I'm not even sure what it is. NUWE, NUWE Incorporated. Don't know what the news is, but it's up significantly in pre-market, and it has a very nice pre-market chart. Let's pull up the 15-second chart on that. There we go. Behind that, I would put maybe Mob in second place, but even that has failed VWAP and is really on the retreat. So NUWE still is above VWAP and still has bullish control. So that one's still that one's the best looking prospect. We're watching a whole bunch though. YRD, Gamble, GMBL, Hour, MGAM, Noggin, Cala, FAZE, Frey, and BBBY has completely, totally failed out. So that was a dead cat bounce the other day. And if you're new to trading, if something has spiked, you need to look at their daily chart and see if it's the first spike in a long time or if it's just another spike, recently. Because then that means anything that comes after will be a dead cat bounce. Meaning, even a dead cat bounces. If you throw it off the top of a skyscraper, like, who the fuck is doing this? Like, who came up with that? Even a dead cat bounces. I've seen it. Well, anyway, if you throw a dead cat off a skyscraper, they say it bounces. In my mind, I'm thinking it doesn't bounce. But maybe I just have a sick mind. It doesn't bounce in my mind. Anyway, even a dead cat bounce, even a dead cat bounces means everything bounces. So even shit bounces, I guess they're trying to say. And doesn't mean you should get in it. You should know what you're doing. The professional traders short the dead cat bounces. Okay, so they don't make money on it going up. So you might get all excited about, oh my God, BBBY is happening again. Well, you're the sucker. So the professional traders are hoping you get that way and give them your money at the top of that bounce. They're going to take it. They know where they can do that. And then they take that money. When you're ready to get out, when you're ready to buy, they'll sell to you at the top. And now you're in at the top. They sold short, price goes down. They buy to cover. You're holding losses. Your losses became their gains. So you don't want to do that. Overall thoughts on where you think Dow Jones can be going? Sideways right now. The rest of the year, the market's going to go sideways. All right, we've got 2.5 minutes or so to the open. Let's see. Yep. 2.5 minutes to the open. And NUWE is the one that we really should be watching, in my opinion, if we're going to have any chance of something doing something this morning as a day trade. Frankly, though, Chewy looks like it's filling the gap. Looks like it wants to fill the gap. This could be a classic Chris gap rejection. So there's multiple ways to play it here. But anyway, I'm only concerned about it because I sold puts, and I need to buy them back at the market open or at some point during the day. The more Chewy goes up, obviously, Kamal, the more worthless those puts become. If you need to, give yourself the 5 minutes of the open to get some better sense of the market direction, the stock's direction on the day. Justin. Good morning, Justin. Will GGI and HBCO become one ticker? That I don't know. Is that what you heard? Maybe. But I do still have BIAF up. It didn't start trading yesterday, so we'll see if it starts trading. But HPCO, whoo, what a drop. What a failed IPO. I don't think any of these IPOs are working out right now. All right, we got 40 seconds until the market opens. I don't know, man. What's going to happen with Chewy? It got 7 downgrades to approximately about the $43 level on average. I think that it was a very positive report, up on all metrics. So maybe people will be buying it at the open. I'm not sure. All right, 17 seconds until the open. I was just talking about Chewy. I'm not sure if that was clear. All right, we're watching NUWE, which is pulling back right before the open. If it breaks 132 pre-market high, that would be a triggered entrance. Could be a fake out though. Be careful. Then you'd want to drop it below 120. All right, I know RJ's watching it very carefully. His finger on the trigger. There it goes. NUWE, NUWE, breaking up and over 132. Did it touch it? It's trying to. It's just about trying to. If it can break that pre-market high of 132, that will be the triggered entrance on NUWE. Anything else popping on the open? Mob trying. The market itself is falling off of the open. Let's take a look at that. NUWE is failing out. It's not getting up above 132. Looks like the market pulling back a bit there. Let me take a look at SPY. Same thing, market pulling back. Let me look on the daily. How is that painting? Yeah, exactly as I said. Chewy could go either way. Off the open, it's starting to move up a little bit. Back to NUWE. How about Mob? Mob starting to move. Yep. Mob is looking okay. Randy just mentioned it. The famous RJ, Randy. So many people know you, man. One day you're gonna go, hey, how you doing? And somebody's gonna be like, I'm James, and you're like, oh, RJ, and not the RJ from the day trader, dude. Yeah, right. Well, we can dream, you know. The day trader, dude. I've never seen your face before. You look hideous. What do? Eat soil every morning? Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I cracked myself up. See how we tied that all together? That was everything. We put it all together. That was a masterful comedic move. All right, let's go over to NUWE. Because if it can get up and over 132, all right, it's kind of trying to hold. NUWE bounced off of WAP, so it's still looking good and in play. Even Justin was laughing over on TikTok. Oh, shit. Mob. Mob. Now, the thing with Mob is it's not fully reclaimed VWAP yet, and it needs to reclaim VWAP and get over this pivot, the first pivot above WAP here, 340. So if Mob can't get over 340, it's not a trigger. Now over on NUWE, yeah, we're still looking for a break over 132. Not putting in a very beneficial pattern here. Could turn out to be a fake out. It's putting you at high risk because you have to use a wide stop to about $1.15 from 132. But here it goes. 131. 131. And there's the break on NUWE. 135 now. 134. Is it going to be a fake out? 138, 139. There we go. You can start laddering out underneath every 5-cent level. Looking pretty safe here on Chewy on my puts. Because I got the 31s and I sold them. And Chewy is right around 34.5. What happened? We halting? Halted up. NUWE. Woo! Yes. There's nothing like getting in at a lower price and just jamming right into a fucking halt. That is the best. Randy, RJ, do you concur? It's just the best, especially the first virgin halt off of the morning momentum. Hell yes. All right, we called it. Mob definitely coming up to that breakout now. It already went over 340. It couldn't quite get over to the pre-market high of 346. It's pulling back just slightly to 337. If you were to get in right now in this region of 340, you'd need to put your stop probably at about, I would do it at a 305, if not 3. It didn't really significantly bounce up off of WAP yet, so, but it may have been enough. Let's see what happens with NUWE. When it comes out of the halt. He's like 1,000%. RJ was talking about how it's so awesome when you can get that first virgin halt. Also, like right now, you can just be setting up your ladder because when that shit comes out of the halt, if there's any imbalance left, and they try to wrinkle out all the imbalance they can, but a first virgin halt right off of the open on a stock that stayed above WAP all pre-market and kept doing higher highs, didn't break pivot lows, it's got enough that it might just blast through a couple levels instantaneously upon reopening from the halt. And if you've got those orders sitting there and you're first in line because you started setting it up, I don't think there's a better trade out there. It almost feels like arbitrage trade. You basically became the one that got the best price and nobody else did. It's the best. All right, Mob is kind of following through. Let's see if it can hold that 335 level. That'd be very good. It did break the pre-market high of 340, whatever that was, 6, and hit 350. Made a new high of the day. Mob. Let me double check. When did NUWE go into the halt? Went into the halt at 34. So it should be coming out of the halt in like 1 minute. If it's not going to be held for longer to resolve imbalances. Let's see where it pops when it opens. I don't know what the fuck, Thinkorswim says that 50 is it $50 or $50,000 on the ass there, Randy? What the fuck? It just means that what's the float on NUWE? Anybody float on NUWE? Can we have some teamwork here? What's the float on NUWE?
820.
What, Adam?
So it was just Monday.
Oh, he accidentally unmuted. He was telling his wife something. Hopefully it was good. Hello, Adam's wife. How are you? You sound like you guys are in the kitchen. You sound like very nice people. Hopefully it doesn't end badly. Ooh, I'm on a roll this morning. 10.76 million float, and NUWE has traded 33 million shares already this morning, so this is looking good. You're at work. Oh, shit. He's like, I'm not even married, and I'm definitely not in my kitchen. Okay, so it's being held over, it looks like, a little bit longer than it should. Well, it could be any moment here. Okay, could be. Right, there it is. Okay, it opened at 142, 143, 144, 145. It is open. 140. So this is why it's important to be taking out. Will this dip be bought up? It is now pulling back to 137, 136, 135. We already have a full playbook, a system, if you will, of how to trade these. So right now, Randy's at a profit. He's taken. He took some out at 145. He took some out at 140. And he would have gotten out at break even. But boom, there it goes. It's going past 145 and it hit 153. There we go. 150, 152, 153, 154, 155. The buying has not stopped on NUWE, NUWE. Right. Yeah, 14.5 million float, thank you. And we also got the information from Randy that it was 10.76 million float. Always go with the lowest number. It must be halting up again. Oh, yeah. Now, the second halt's a little more scary. I'm guessing RJ's got 60% left on the table, and he's taken 40% out. That would be probably just exactly perfect. Possibly if he got a little scared, he might have taken out a little bit more. Maybe he's at 50, 60% out, maybe 40% in. There he just said, I've got 40% left. So I think probably, be like RJ. That's got to be the t-shirt. He's trading this absolutely perfectly. Well done, buddy. I don't think RJ has private lessons, but if he does, you want to take from RJ. Camille, yeah, because I sold my puts. Because I sold. I didn't buy them. So there's four ways that options can go. Actually, they can go sideways too, but there's four directions. No, there's four choices you can make to take a direction on a stock with options, okay? 4, not 2. There's calls and puts, right? Camille, let's see if you're following me here. I definitely want so you can explain this. There's calls and puts. That seems like there's 2 directions that you can take when you take options, right? But there's actually 4. Because you can buy calls, and therefore you'll make money if the stock goes up. Or you can buy puts. You'll make money if the stock goes down. But there's also the opposite of both of those. Okay. You can sell calls. You'll make money if the price goes down. That's weird, right? It's the opposite. It's the opposite. You can play the opposite of the opposite. Okay. Or you can sell puts. You'll make money if the stock goes up. But why would you do that? Because actually, the very cool thing about selling options is you make money in let me ask you this so that we're on the same page. What is the opposite of down in the stock market, guys? Everybody, what's the opposite of down in the stock market? Camille says up. Anybody else have any answers? Yeah, Randy says up or sideways. In the stock market, there's three directions that prices go. They go up, down, or sideways. When you buy calls, you can make money on only, when you buy options, you can make money on only one of those three directions. So if you buy calls, you can make money and they go up. If you buy puts, you can make money on the stock goes down. But if you sell options, you can make money on two out of those three directions. You can make money if the stock goes sideways or in the opposite direction of what you sold. So if you sold calls, you can make money if the stock doesn't go up. But does that mean the stock has to go down? Because what's the opposite of up? Sideways and down. No, it does not mean the stock has to go down. So when I say you could sell calls on something, because it does not mean you think the stock is going to go up, although that would be better. You would get off more scot-free. But if the stock just doesn't go down, you'll make money. If it stays the same, you'll make money. So selling options allow you to make money on two out of the three directions that stocks can move. So that puts you at a significant advantage because you're at a 66%, right? You're capturing two out of the three directions. You're making a bet that is right two out of the three directions that things can go. Just let's check in and see if Camille, you understand that much. Did you get that? Okay, cool. And so that's why I'm making money on those puts. And you especially make money on those puts after earnings, because going into earnings, something called volatility goes way, 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 way up, all the way to the last second before closing bell. Hang on. NUWE just opened at 155 out of the halt, pulled back to about 146. It did not move up any further out of the halt, so we might be kind of leveling off, but if demand starts blowing in, it could take off. And boom, there it goes. It just broke over 155 and hit 163. Randy's probably taking very small amounts off now, I think. He's going, this could be fucking supernova here. I know, because we've traded together for so long. He's trying to squeeze. He's milking that 40% now. He's turned into 40% milker. Before the 60%, he's like, oh, fuck this. Yeah, out. Now he's got 40% left and shit's looking pretty positive. And he's like, well, nibble. Guarantee you. All right, 170 now on NUWE. It's up 173% from yesterday's close. And 174, and we have a complete system of how to trade these high frequency trading. You can just go over to my market mastery, go to e3tradinggroup.com, enroll in the market mastery, and go right over to the lesson called HFT high momentum ladder breakout strategy. And that whole hour-long lesson there is about KOSS, KOSS, and explains how you use the ladder breakout strategy to take profits, to get in, levels to watch, how to hold, how much to take off, when, where, when to get back in, reloading, adding on, the whole deal. All right, so this little pullback here. We do not want to see price break. What level, Randy? Let's see where Randy, what Randy comes up with. Let's see if he's on the ball. At what level will you get all out, Randy? It's $1 something. Is it in the under 1.5? Very nice. I would say 1.45. You could give it to 1.45 using the PPP, using the pivot point path. Yeah. Because I'm looking at the 15-second chart. That might not be as apparent that it created a pivot low there on like the 2-minute chart. Let me see. That's one of the see. Yeah, you can't really see that. That's one of the reasons I like to look at that on TradingView. You might want to keep that up from now on. 15-second chart. I wish Thinkorswim had 10-second, 5-second charts, but you can get a tick. You can get a tick chart, Randy. That could help. And you could group it by 10 ticks or 100 ticks. But those can be kind of weird looking. But they might do the trick for you. All right, here we go. We got a failed retest. Failed retest just happened. So that's when we take 50% off. Right here, we're already taking 50% of what you have left off. And then boom, actually, this is a re-entry now. This could be just what the doctor ordered to get back up and over $1.74. But the new pivot low is definitely 155. Definitely 155. And definitely Kmart sucks. Boy, Tom Cruise has come a long way, huh? I actually love him more than ever. That fucking Maverick movie was so goddamn good. I mean, I liked him before, but that fucking Maverick movie really put me over the edge, and I'm a huge fucking fan now. It's not like I'm such a big fan I'm going to go see The Mummy, but but yeah, Rain Man, fucking it's been a long series of great movies. And that one was just fantastic. All right, this rebreak of 167 is consolidating a little bit. It's still a good sign, though. Remember that time can stretch when it comes to price. Camille, you got out, hopefully, of those puts a long time ago, I'm hoping. They're definitely going in the wrong direction. They're going in my direction. Price has gone up. After the 5-minute, I teach you to use the first 5 minutes of the market to make your decision, right? Have you been doing that? Did you use the five minutes to gauge that? Hopefully you did. Hopefully you know that one. But watch the 5-minute open. I believe you would have only needed to suffer like a 20-cent loss per share there on those if that was the case. But oh yeah, you're right. There's the Scientology thing. That's true. All right, that was a failed retest, not neckline breakdown, but a failed retest of what became a re-entry and a reclaiming of that failed retest, the prior failed retest. So we have a very advanced trade shaping up here, and you guys are lucky that I'm coaching you through this because this is definitely a fine edge here. I would watch for the breakdown. We'll be able to see a pre-breakdown at 157, so you might be able to get out. I'd say take off 50% at 157 of what you got, but you can still wait for the full breakdown of 155. If those two levels don't happen, then this will be the smartest hold you've had in a long time, because then it may recapitulate to the upside over 170, then 172, then 174 high of the day. It's a very complicated movement going on right now. I haven't seen this for a while, as a matter of fact. It's usually pretty cut and dry. It may mean that there is still some positive. There we go. There's the breakdown. Exit, exit, exit. And now that is the backside of the trade. This trade is absolutely over for hours unless it can re-break the high of the day. You don't want anything to do with it. That trade's done. All right. All right. RJ says, nice trade, everybody. Is up 150% since yesterday. But anyway, what was your total gain on that one? RJ, I think you got in at, where did you get in? Maybe, did you get any pre-entry at 124? Or was your average break-even cost about 132? RJ got about 34% gains. Very, very good. Yeah, you can ask a question, Joni. What's up? Yes. Got in at 125. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was right off of the open, where it broke kind of a pre-market pivot level, key level, if you will. Cheat entry. Exactly. Well done. Boy, RJ's got a huge arsenal of tools that he trades by now. Oh, we have reclaimed that level, but it has been on slower momentum. We just reclaimed that drop, but it was on slower momentum. I'd be a little bit concerned of the slower momentum. But if we do break 174, there it is, 175, it could be reentry. So there you go. Maybe we're going to test two. Maybe we're going to test $2. This is second trade of the day. One of the things that I advise is second trade of the day, go for half size. It is halting, I believe, everybody. It is halting. Randy couldn't get back in. And it is halted. Yes, it is halted now. What was your question, sir, over there? Yes, you can ask a question. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe he's talking about. Oh, no, that's the other thing. Did you see the TikTok where the guy's going to do a bungee jump and they kick his chair off of the bungee jumping ledge? And right as they push him back, he's like, "Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something." That's great. Yeah. And I had that order sitting on the book for at least 5 minutes. What do you mean? Oh, so you even had a stop buy order? You did, and it didn't fill? Wow. Wow, that was some quick momentum. Yeah, that was way too clever to be a manipulation. But basically what happened was we had a somewhat blue skyish cheat breakout at 168, which caused it to ram right past your trigger into a halt zone because it was from that lower level. So it's kind of a rare happening. But you certainly could force something into a halt without letting people get in if you were able to do that. But far too clever to be a manipulation. But anyway, good job. RJ did get 33.5 or roughly 34% gains on that trade on NUWE. And Mob, by the way, that failed out a while back while we were focusing on the other trade there. That failed out when it started to put in this heads and shoulders, and then it did a fake out and broke this neckline level of the head and shoulders at 336. And that became the backside of the trade, and it's been short ever since. Hey, Mark, what's up? Yeah, we're on NUWE. What's up? Is the launch going to happen today? Do you see it? Is something happening? Did it already launch? Did we miss it? Mark's in the backyard practically of the Artemis 1 orbital test launch down there in Florida. Saturday, scrubbed until Saturday. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Good to see you, brother. You've been busy. You've been having a great summer. It must be difficult to run your business right now with inflation and the jobs market. But if you can do it, and that's why you went all in, I think you can make more money than you've ever made, because of the price differential between people coming to you for a better deal than buying new. I'm hoping that you're doing really well there, buddy. And then, yeah, Mark says he's going to send us a video. Okay, that's going to be awesome. On Saturday, he's going to send us a video of the launch from his freaking backyard, practically. All right, NUWE should be coming out of the halt. Let's see here. It halted at 9:54. And how many seconds? 15 seconds. So in 1 minute, at 9:59 and 15 seconds, it'll be coming out of the halt. Chewy continues to fill the gap. That's positive for me. I'm up to 82% maximum gain on my cash secured puts on Chewy. I was definitely sweating it overnight, but now I'm doing absolutely awesome. I will not cut it quite that close again, because if you just do the math on the compounding gains, you don't need 13% gains every day. Yeah, I'd be happy with 1%, of course, or 2% or 3%. I'm sure I can, get that down below 5%. That I can have a much safer time. Any thoughts on AMR, Alpha Metallurgical Resources, or the defense industry? AMR might be a good trade, but we're probably on the backside of inflation now as well. So not so sure that will be a trade with a good Sortino ratio, which means it's coming out of the halt. NUWE is out of the halt. It opened up so low that it started to get dip bought. But it looks like people are mostly selling off. And that is pretty much the correct way to go here, based on the fact that it opened lower, because that created a fake out. I think we're halting to the downside, as a matter of fact. So that's going to be all over. That was one complex trade, as it triggered that 50% out on the retest, fail retest, and then the reclaim of the failed retest, and then that created a retest failure inside of the retest failure, and then it did a fake down but reclaimed on lower momentum, and then broke high of the day on a fake out, and then opened lower to confirm the fake out, and now halted down at 155, which is a support level. I mean, the whole thing has been very complicated trading today on that one. It's really bringing all of your knowledge to the forefront, but we're on it. We got it completely licked. Essentially, it's the backside of the trade. And I wouldn't be interested in it again unless it started to pick up, show some higher momentum going into a break of the high of the day. And then Randy just said, of course, all right, glad it didn't fill me. Yeah, because 178 fill divided by where it's at now, 155. If you didn't get out and you were stuck in this halt, at minimum, you'd be down 13%. Let's call it 13%. So if you got 1.335 on your first one, and now you're down 13%, 0.87, that brings you back to only 16% gains, and it's not even out of the down halt yet. So yeah, you'd be very glad. You would have given back half your gains if you went back. And that's a great reason why your all follow-up trades should be half the size of the original trade, because there is no better trade. Typically, 9 out of 10 times, there's no better trade than the first trade. The first opportunity is always the best opportunity, and there will not be a better opportunity on that stock after the first opportunity. That's why revenge trading doesn't work, except for the one time in which it does work, so that it gives you the false illusion that it does work, and then confirmation bias ruins you, So just follow the statistics and the facts, and don't revenge trade, because 9 times out of 10 it will not work, and will ruin you, like literally financial ruin. We're talking about financial ruin here. All right, that takes us to the top of the hour or bottom of the hour, however you want to look at it. And let's take a quick look at the markets and see how they're trading. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's a Faguji day. I think probably light volume. The projector here is probably incorrect because it's still too early, only 30 minutes into the trading session. But the end of day volume projections are showing to be strong, but that could be a sign of rotation. When you're getting not much price movement on an index, but you're getting high volume, above average volume, that's rotation. That's people going out of one thing but putting it in another. So there's volume happening, but it's not changing the index. So this could be people either, let's say, getting out of Apple and going into something lower on the index, or getting out of a lot of things that are at the bottom of the index and putting them at the top of the index, etc. And so this is why today's day is going to be probably a doji, a faguji, a fagashi, a doji. Why did the market open so green? No, it really didn't. And in fact, it's down below the open now. So it's a red day. Quick evaluation of SIGA, somebody asks. It just depends on, like, what you want me to evaluate it for. I mean, if you ask me, that's a bar, BARR, bar breakdown. Deceleration, it broke below the 20 moving average. After accelerating, the trade was over at $22. You need to learn how to trade. You're probably stuck in SIGA now, and doesn't look like anything worthwhile. But if you learn how to trade, you'd know to get out. You got to learn how to get out. All right, guys, let's go back into the group. See you in the group, Active Trader Lounge, member chat area, and the Momentum Trading Rooms. See everybody back in there. Good trading morning. We're on top of things. Made a little money. I made a bunch of money on that cash secured put. 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3. Keep hour on watch, says RJ. Hours doing good. It's above WAP, and it broke that 4.7, 4.8 pre-market pivot level. Definitely kind of a pre-entry going on there. You sold at the top? Okay, good. I think I wouldn't chase any dead cat bounces from here, Tommy. I'd go looking for another opportunity on something else. Something like that, how you made money on that, somewhere else. The money making on that is over. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Catch you in the group.